question becomes, how? No, it doesn't. The question becomes, why?
Mm-hmm.
I have 1,000 words written for this episode we're going to talk about.
How and why? How and why?
There was a delay, wasn't there, with recording this episode, so I spent more time watching it on quarter of a speed. And I had more to write about.
This has got to be like probably one of the worst episodes.
Is that your opening?
This is my opening. Yeah, this has got to be one of the worst.
Yeah, but you have to admit it is made better if you watch it on 1/4 speed, right?
No.
The all-new adventures of Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Oh. Okay, then I won't suggest that to everybody else at the end of this in our wrap-up. No, I actually agree. This fucking episode is so bad. And the nudity, the semi-nudity or whatever it is you want to describe it as, isn't going to save it.
No, it really didn't save it, unfortunately. This should be a great episode. This is the Seks planet. And I'm just like, well, this was crap.
It gets worse, my friend. It gets worse.
This makes porn parodies look good. Writing alone.
What I wanted to say in my opening to this is it's dumb in a really bad way, whereas the last episode, Lonely Among Us, was dumb, but it was so bad it became good again because you could laugh at it. This you cannot really laugh at.
Yeah, the last one had some good ideas at least. This is just dumb, like you say. I think Gene Roddenberry is still involved in this at this point, so you can tell because he's quite obsessed with like sex and how the sex and stuff between species would be evolving in the future and stuff. So this is, I guess, his touch is still felt in this episode.
Which leads me into your point that you made in the very first episode, which is about Deanna Troi having 4 breasts. Do you think this episode would have improved if they actually went through with that and they gave her 4 mammaries and everyone tries to... Can you imagine? You go to a sex planet and they're like, oh my god, you've got 4 of them. Fuck me. No, I mean, literally, fuck me.
You know.
I wish I had 4 hands. I will have to say, though, I was distracted when I was younger by the women, of course. But now, that's kind of setup doesn't really work on me. It doesn't really. I mean, I watched it at 1/4 speed, but I'm just saying it doesn't really work on me because Pornhub is right there, dude. So overall, I thought the episode was like a kind of a waste, right?
Yeah, even the costumes were very unimaginative. Like, what were they about? They were barely wearing anything, and the men were wearing something ridiculous also. Like, they had that weird neck thing going on around theirs, which didn't look comfortable at all.
Yeah, but although saying that, every woman has got an ass that looks like the panties will slide off, not roll off.
Yeah, they could just like slide and pull them to the side.
Only a Latina's ass will the panties roll off, and there's just white people all over this.
Yeah,
Not a single black person, dude. Getting frisky.
There was no different people of ethnics around.
And no one complains. No one complains about this episode.
No.
In terms of racism.
Yeah, there was just one representation on this planet. That was it.
Somebody had a tan and they went to Florida for 2 weeks. That was the change in skin tone.
No, I don't even know why they went to this planet in the first place. Like, I don't understand, because they're clearly not advanced enough, and they're just ruled by this super advanced other being that's watching over the planet.
I would say influenced. I think they're ruled by the nudity cops.
Yeah, but the what they call the Eti or something, or the
Edo. They're called the Edo.
The Edo, yeah, that's it.
That's it's from that Freddie Mercury song, isn't it? Edo, Edo, I get no time to na. Good to do my day. I don't remember the words, just remember the melody. I do have some nice things to say about it, but you just said just then that why did they even go down? Didn't you notice that Riker was like skipping and hopping his way to the bridge? He was like, Captain, we can go down to the planet. It's like, well, it's Riker's fault. Riker's dick is at fault here.
Riker's just always horny, all the time.
It's the only justification. And then Picard has to pick up the pieces at the end of the episode and be like, well, the Prime Directive. Yeah, but what about Riker's Prime fucking Directive, if you know what I mean? Which way is that pointing?
The Prime Directive. They don't even follow it either. They just break it blatantly.
Just Prime Erective.
No, that was too easy.
All these fucking notes I've got and I didn't think about it till now. Holy shit. You know, in Hong Kong, if you've got like a sort of salacious mind and you think about women and stuff.
If you've got an erection.
Oh, no. Well, if you've got an erection in Hong Kong, then well done. But the word for pervert in Hong Kong is ho bin tai.
Ho bin tai.
Yeah, ho bin tai.
You big ho bin tai.
Okay, I've got some good things to say. Shall we start with good things? Keep this energy going. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your good things, because I don't have much.
Okay. I liked that. Okay. I liked how this was shot on location.
What location?
It's actually a location that they keep reusing in Star Trek. Not as much as the fucking caves, but they do keep reusing it, and I'll point it out later. Okay. But I like the fact that it was colourful. Like, if you look at the episodes where they're mostly on the bridge, the uniforms are really drab and sort of desaturated. But here you get to see them in full colour, which is when season 3 kicks in, you get to see those uniforms again in full colour because they change the lighting. So I kind of liked it because it's a much brighter episode for it, okay? And plus you've got naked ladies. Anyway, there's a line that I remembered from this episode where the woman who's greeting everybody and hugging them, she says, "I don't know what your customs are for young ones." I'm like, we just take Dad's magazines and hide in the bedroom for an hour. That's our custom. Don't have to worry about it with Wesley.
She was going with that when she was like saying that to him.
Right, exactly. And speaking of Wesley, he has a line where he says, "I'm with Starfleet. We don't lie." And I'm like, dude, just wait till season 5 in the episode First Duty. I mean, what a character arc Wesley has. He's so naive and full of spunk in season 1. And by the time it's season 5, he's lying to Captain Picard. He's like, fuck you, fuck the system. So he kind of gets more redeemable.
Okay. Wow.
Until he jumps off with the Traveller in season 7. Do you remember First Duty? There's like an accident at Starfleet Academy.
It rings a bell now you mentioned that, but then when there has not been an accident either at there or the headquarters. Okay.
It's also in that episode, it's famous because it's got Nick Locarno, and that's played by the guy who played Tom Paris.
Oh, okay.
And Tom Paris was supposed to be Nick Locarno in Voyager, but then they changed it at the last minute.
Right.
Okay. And where Starfleet Academy is located, it's the same building that we saw in this episode.
Right, okay.
So we're coming back full circle. That's it for good stuff.
The lighting and then whatever else.
The character arc of Wesley Crusher over the next 5 years. These are the seeds sown in this episode.
Maybe the concept of their prime directive, and then what do they do when they get into a situation like this where one of the crew is in danger, like Wesley was right here, where their laws dictate that he just has to die straight away or gets terminated or executed straight away, and they have to sort of try and find a way around that. That's the only sort of thing you can look at and go, okay, well, there's an interesting story there to be had or a discussion to be had, but then it's like they break it anyway, so all that goes out the window.
Well, one, I said seed sown in my little epilogue just then. No one picks that up, I guess, because you fucking drove over it. Seed sown, dude, in a sex planet. Anyway, to directly respond to what you're saying, I think if you watch enough TOS, you kind of know that this is repetitive stuff when it comes to knowing what the prime directive is. But I understand someone like yourself or someone coming fresh into Star Trek wouldn't know what the prime directive is, except this might not be a good episode with which to explain what the fuck it is, because you just like, well, look at it this way: either we follow your law and Wesley dies, or we don't follow your law and we have Wesley alive. I'm failing to see the actual moral dilemma in this episode either. The boy, who are we going to call the boy? And you know Beverly can just make another child. Supposedly she does so, like 50 years from now.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Okay.
Who cares about Wesley?
I've got some quotes for you, since we're moving off good things. Captain Picard, in his opening, he says about the Edo planet, "It's unusually lovely." I thought that was very British, spoken by a British man. This guy's not French. Yeah? And then in the same bridge scene, Riker says, "It will startle you." Okay, kind of not really, is it? Don't oversell it, Riker, with your prime directive. And they make an interesting comment where Tasha Yar says they make love at the drop of a hat, and then they say any hat. Have you ever noticed anyone wear a fucking hat in Star Trek? So, how do they know what a hat is?
Oh, doesn't Guinan wear a...
Guinan's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly. She's not here yet. They haven't built the set, the 10 Forward set yet. But as a sort of idiom, or an idiom I think it is, why, or metaphor, why would they still have that? That's what got me thinking, oh, hats, they don't wear hats, but okay. And the last one is spoken by the Edo god, where he says, "Do not interfere with my children below." I can't but help take that in a sexual context. Like, Riker, don't do anything to anyone. Don't. Leave them alone. That's it. Interfere with children. It's just like, what? Why would a god?
Yeah.
Why would a god be hovering over a half-naked planet, or a planet full of half-naked people? It's kind of weird, isn't it?
There was the whole thing was weird, like the whole concept of it, because he's looking after this race, and he doesn't want any interference really. And he just protects them against all things, provides everything for them. So they are just stupid, and they have everything. They are dumb. The whole race is just stupid.
Whoa,
they just have.
That's racist.
They are.
Well, the white people actually doesn't matter.
They just have sex with everything or anybody.
Everything.
And they have just
everything.
rules. They just have rules for, like, if you break a rule, that's it, you're dead. There's no ifs, buts, maybes. It's just like you die straight away. That's it.
It's a very black and white world, but without the black, of course.
Yeah, and then that's just it. And then they have the weird traditions of when they greet them, which is bizarre in itself. It's like the one thing to define them is like, we have sex, and then we run.
We're experts at running.
We run everywhere. That's what makes them different from everything else they've met in the universe.
We can teach you how to run.
Like, we run.
Yeah.
And then they go, "Do you know how to run?" Like, they didn't know how to run. Like, yeah, of course we do.
Oh man, it's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, I would like to have known what the writing process was with this episode. Like, when they greet them, they'll ask them if they know how to run. That's their thing.
That's why I've got 1,000 words, because I'm going to explain later on the original concept of this episode. That was changed.
An original concept.
It was changed by, obviously, Roddenberry and his 5 fucking knuckles, right? Okay, I've got a bad thing here. You okay with moving on?
Oh yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah, move on.
Geordi does something that other people do in Picard season 3. When I saw it, I was like, Leonardo DiCaprio. Geordi looks out the fucking window. Okay, and the ship. You're saying that the ship cannot scan the Edo God device thing. And then I just thought, look, this black guy, he's going to have to do something. You notice he never goes to the fucking planet. So, no black people are allowed, right? Only Worf. The episode is trying to say, look, he isn't useless. He's got this special ability. Look, he can do something that the ship can't do, which is look out the fucking window and understand what's going on. Can you imagine, like, his sensor array inside his eyes? You're telling me the ship doesn't have any of that? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the ship's got none of that.
You're right.
It's just all in Geordie's head.
It's like a little scene just for him because he can't go to this fucking planet. I gotta say, the games they play and the police are gay as fuck. Right? They didn't think beyond the concept of just having half-naked people on the planet. They're like, okay, what do they do? Because they can't do this on television. It's family-friendly. They can't do this because it's family-friendly. So what other sex game can we have? I know. Let's juggle with some balls.
Weird how they have to wear something like what they were wearing. They couldn't just wear like shorts or like a loincloth or something. Instead of just having this weird uniform that goes over them. And the police ones, they have like dark grey sort of versions of what the guys were wearing anyway, the normal people were wearing.
Why couldn't it have been black? The uniforms, I mean.
Yeah. And the people.
Yeah, and the people, of course. I mean, we're very inclusionary on this channel. We want to see half-naked
could-
black people.
Why couldn't there be like different variants on the planet?
Right. Well, listen, God. If you look at human history, God only made Adam and Eve, and they were white, bro. So I don't know how all these black
yeah.
people came about, and they just
Yeah.
enforced that logic on this fucking planet episode.
Yeah.
This is black erasure happening, and like everyone's distracted by fucking code of honor. And there's right here. This is the real racist episode. I'm not even joking now.
Oh.
This is the real episode that's racist.
It's racist. It's probably got sexism in there as well. And
I don't know. I mean,
But everything.
it would have been better if the women were running around topless, and then you just pixelated it or something, like they do in Japan.
yeah, they should have just done that. That would make the episode a lot more interesting.
Oh yeah. So actually, to go back to the beginning again, Riker has the conversation with his prime directive, and they beam down. I don't understand how they would have ever beamed down in the first place, and that's one of the episode's major problems. There's no reason. There's no legal justification because they say
yeah,
what the
'cause
law is about.
Yeah, because wouldn't the being watching over them, would it not allow them to beam down? It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit of, yeah, why would that
Right.
happen?
It stopped him from beaming up for a couple of minutes. So
Yeah.
damn, why didn't I think of that? 1,000 words and I didn't write it down. Fuck.
I like how Worf went down and straight away he was like, oh, this planet's going to be interesting or whatever he said. And then in the next scene, he's like, oh no, I've got to be cautious or whatever.
Yeah.
They're quite fragile.
I'm gonna break them. There's a moment where they take the woman. I can't remember her name, and I don't care. But she's got a wig, right? They take her up to the ship, and they put her in front of the fucking that lounge area.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And then only then does God react. And I'm like, isn't he all seeing? How does he need a fucking window to find out where she is? Right? Like, why didn't he react when she was just stepping off the fucking transporter pad? And they'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
holy shit, put her back, like there and
yeah.
then. It's like, come on, you need a window.
You needed the window to see him.
The ship's hull can hide. You can hide behind the ship's hull. Right? And then Picard is super panicky. It's like, if you watch him carefully, he's actually scared. He's showing fear. And I'm like, this isn't Picard. What?
Yeah.
He's looking at that floating testicle. And he's like, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
The whole thing's just very strange. Like, do we even see this again? The planet or this being or whatever it is?
No.
Do we see it in
Well,
just
We see
ever again?
Risa, which is basically this planet but with warp drive.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, I know, Riser.
And
Yeah.
that model that they used for that Edo spaceship, we do actually see it later, but it's reused. So I am answering your question in a technical sense, but no, we never come back to the fuck planet. It's never mentioned again.
Okay.
This is it, one and done.
It's kind of like a lot of probably episodes that we see a race introduced and then we never see them ever again in the long sort of longevity of other Star Trek episodes or whatever.
Yeah, but how would you reintroduce these people again?
Yeah, they haven't got warp capability, so I suppose there's no reason to go there ever again. and-
No.
Yeah.
They've just got derp capability. There was a moment where I was thinking of Star Trek V, and do you remember Captain Kirk asks that massive alien, spoilers, he asks that massive alien creature at the end, he's like, excuse me, what does God need with a starship? And then God just like, just Emperor Palpatine's him with his eyes. Do you remember?
Is that the episode
No,
where...
it's a movie.
Oh, the movie.
Star Trek
no,
V.
I was... Okay, no. I was thinking about something else.
Okay, well, they go to the center of the galaxy and they find God, and God wants a starship. And Captain Kirk just says, hang on, wait a second, because everyone's getting lost in the moment. He's like, what does God need with a starship? And that's why he gets zapped. Right? Here,
No.
God's got a starship. And what does he do? Just watches white people fuck all day.
Just a big pervert on his ship watching. He's got his own porn planet.
It's basically Gene Roddenberry. It's a metaphor for Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah, that's him.
That's
He's
his
like,
soul.
Don't fuck with my series. I want this to be a sexualized series forever.
Something else that I didn't find believable was the whole idea that, Wesley's in trouble. Picard had already made his mind up. There was never a chance where he's going to okay, we have to give this kid up to save.
Well, yeah, it was...
He's never going to do that. So again, this episode is not believable.
Yeah, there was no way they would have just let them kill him outright. Of course, they could just like get away or just like argue with the advanced being or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Again, though, like he made an argument at the end of the episode, but then if the roles were reversed, they would never accept that argument either. So,
Right. In fact, I've got it paraphrased here. Basically, Picard's pleading at the end, and that's basically the message or the point of the story, right? Which we get. We've clearly got it.
Yeah.
But, to paraphrase, we have laws, you have laws, we're judged by our laws, and we've been judged by your laws. So, Wesley's coming with us.
so we're just ignoring your laws. We're going.
Right. There's a moment where one of the gay policemen, they actually say, "You're so powerful, just take him." He says it as they're about to inject him. It's in that scene.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he just basically lays out the ending for us. You're so powerful, just take him.
Yeah, just go.
Right. Have you got anything else to say about this? In bad ways. Not nitpicks, but bad ways.
Well, I was going to go back to the point where you said it mentioned about Kirk and stuff. There was an episode in the original series that reminded me a little bit of this. It's one that sticks out to me because they visited a planet where there was Greek gods or something, and Apollo was the only one that was like a physical sort of representation of himself, while the other gods had like made themselves into energy or whatever. Do you remember that?
Is it the
Remember
one
that
where
episode?
is it the Greek god Adonis episode?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was it.
Giant Greek.
Was it Apollo?
Apollo,
Was it
whatever.
Apollo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that one. Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't even know you watched TOS, dude.
I've seen things back in the day. Like I remember that specifically.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Starships on fire.
But that was an interesting episode. But this kind of reminded me of that, where it's like just an out there sort of episode where they have a throwaway sort of story or an episode like this, and it's
Yeah.
something that we'd never visit again or even reference again in anything futurist, future episodes or whatever.
Yeah, in the context of putting TOS into TNG's canon, you've got this idea that the original Enterprise crew, they met Abraham Lincoln, they met Apollo, they met I don't know who else, but they met all these instrumental figures, and then you go into TNG, and TNG has to kind of like tone it down, because
Yeah.
who can you meet that's more than Abraham Lincoln? Abraham fucking Lincoln, or Apollo, the Greek god,
Yeah.
right? You got to make shit up and create a queue or something. So it's a bit weird when you look back on it and you think, oh, they didn't go as far into the galaxy, but they already met Abraham Lincoln. So who can the TNG crew meet if they go further out with their new, better starship? I know, naked white people.
But yeah, the only other thing I got to say is, yeah, Gene Roddenberry is still involved, obviously, at this point. It still leaks heavily of the original series a little bit in terms of how cheesy some of the stuff is. Like this episode in particular is it's just stupid. Like I said, there's one good idea, but then they throw away any sort of relevance or seriousness of it because they just take him anyway and just disregard rules and prime directives and everything's like, oh fuck it, we're taking it anyway and we're going. So it doesn't matter. So the whole concept is just it's pointless. The whole episode is just like, you don't have to watch it. You skip it. It doesn't matter.
Picard gets in trouble for keeping a boy alive, but at the same time, Picard's like, dude, you haven't got warp drive, so it's not like you can come after us. So you're stuck on this fucking planet. Oof.
They just basically went down there. They heard about Seks Planet and they went down there to fuck. That's basically all they went there.
They heard of
There was
Riker. They heard of Riker that was a sex planet.
There was no reason to go there apart from we're going to see what this is and we're going to have sex. I got the impression though that they have already been there because Riker already knew.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Planet. So
it's all him.
Yeah, he did his research. Probably went in a runabout on his own. I was like,
When you say research,
yeah, research himself. Yeah.
okay, I have something of a nitpick, and I think it's kind of fascinating actually, if you don't mind me saying so. But one, how did they know a crime is committed? Okay, you don't have to answer that, but let's just start with that premise. How do they know when a crime is committed? Somehow something detects a fucking flower bed getting trampled on, right? Okay, but when the TNG crew stop the police, aren't they committing a crime? Now, the flower bed's been disrupted. 2 fucking policemen are spawned from somewhere, okay? Like a fucking Team Fortress game. They spawn out of nowhere. TNG crew interfere, and they commit like 3 more crimes. Why aren't there extra doubles of policemen spawning, like Mr. Mises from Rick and Morty? Why aren't they just spawning more policemen every time they commit a crime? What happened to the censors?
Well, yeah.
That would have been amazing every time they like do something bad, like 2 more policemen come, and then 2 more, and then 2 more. Like, what the fuck? That'd have been far more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
More naked
hilarious.
policemen. carrying, by the way, a syringe, which on a metaphorical level is the ultimate poke. Okay?
Why was there no like women police ladies? What's going on? Where's all the women? Yeah.
Women don't have penises, Adam, so the injection thing wouldn't work on a sexual level. I mean, that's what we're going for here. Realism, Adam.
Pegging.
Maybe it isn't a thing. Maybe Riker, if he'd stayed there an extra hour, he would have taught him something.
They'd have broadened their sexual horizons.
Right. If Picard had beamed Geordi down, they'd have warp drive after an hour. They beamed Riker down, they'd have learnt about pegging if Wesley didn't fuck things up. Oh man! When Riker says to Worf, "When in Rome," and Worf is like, "What the fuck is Rome?" Like, dude, you grew up in Russia. How do you not know the capital of fucking Italy? You geography illiterate fuck.
Yeah, Worf likes mints, doesn't he? He likes mints.
Yeah, but they haven't set that up yet, so you can see the oversight. You can see the issue. Yeah. I don't know Rome. I just stayed in Russia. I'm just ignorant. Did you notice Troy's nails? Holy shit.
Don't think so.
A second episode, they're just disgusting.
Are they?
Yeah, white fake plastic nails, like perfect. Looked like she could audition for Catwoman or something.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
Oh,
No, I did not notice
Don't
that.
like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of TOS, there's an episode called The Apple, where basically you got a bunch of simpleton white people who are half naked and they worship a god, or they're under the direction of a godlike machine.
Okay.
So it's like almost beat for beat.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Right. I don't remember what season it is. Did you notice Wesley has a stunt double for falling into flower beds? No, you didn't notice that. Okay.
God, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. My last nitpick is I said it already. It's just let Wesley die. Beverly makes another son anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You could say like she makes a better son.
Really though? Really? Jack supposedly in this new Trek canon kills millions of people.
Exactly.
Quantify better.
Exactly. It's way better.
Yeah, if you're a fucking nihilist.
Like, Wesley's got several seasons of character arc where Jack only had crappy Picard season to get through, so, you know. And he was less of a pussy.
Okay.
Wesley's just lame. He's so lame.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't know how to write a child character.
Yeah, his jumpers are stupid. He acts really fucking stupid. And then he's supposed to be this prodigy that's going to be super intelligent and like the next big thing. And he just comes across as like this lame, geeky, stupid at the same time. And to be intelligent idiot.
Can you imagine if in the episode where no one has gone before, if the Traveller said, listen, Wesley's destined for great things, but make sure he doesn't go near a fucking flower bed. Picard would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Has the warp fucked you up that much? It just
make sure he doesn't fall into a flower bed, then disappears.
Make sure he doesn't run backwards trying to catch a round ball like as though it's fucking American football. What a fucking retard. Oh man, a fucking flower bed, dude. This planet, such a contrast. I mean, a flower bed. Let's put it. Let's say something in terms of a sexual context, right? Imagine sometimes you're trying to put it inside the woman, and you put it in the ground by accident, right? Is that a crime? Do they just kill you there and then? It's like, bro, it was an accident. Doesn't matter. We'll kill you for fucking disturbing a flower bed. Okay, so you put it in the wrong hole. That's it. You're out. You're out of here.
Would it be considered a wrong hole though on that planet? Isn't every hole open to?
Well, because it's such a peaceful planet, I would assume that everyone's asking for consent all the time. So,
Okay.
I don't know how. Like, if you make a mistake, how much of a mistake are you allowed? Can you drop a chip on the floor if you're eating with a knife and fork and you spill some food on the floor? Is that a crime?
Dead. Gone. I like.
If you don't pull out, is it a crime?
Tasha seemed very comfortable there, even though she's from the rape planet. I just don't. What's going on?
Holy shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. Everyone's running around, literally having sex. What do you think a rape gang does? They run around and has surprise
She was like,
sex.
oh, she was hugging straight away, like, oh yay, I'm here on the sex planet.
Well, something that I learned yesterday, and this is a great quote, okay, and this is totally unrelated to Star Trek. Where is it? Shit. Where is it? Trauma. So, thinking about her trauma from the planet, trauma is confusion over who is responsible. So, the fact that she knows who the rapists were and who the bad guys were, she's over it, so she's fine with going to a sex planet.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay then. That explains it.
She can separate the fact that it's not all men, it's just a couple of guys on this planet, but not this planet. You know, but there are people who make a generalized argument. They'll say all men are shit, and yet they don't question their own interactions with men. Like, maybe you're meeting the wrong kind of guys wherever you are,
Yeah.
right? And then extrapolating it and saying all of them are shit. Okay, 7 fun facts. Are you ready?
Go.
Writer John D. F. Black used his pseudonym Ralph Willis in the credits because the televised episode bears little resemblance to his original first draft. Well, what was his first draft? Are you ready?
Okay.
In Black's treatment, the colony of I don't know if it's Lalaloff, or in Wales they say Lleloff, installed punishment zones to fight anarchy. However, the zones are now enforced to abide the law, but only for those who are deemed not immune to them. An Enterprise D security officer called Tenson, protecting 2 children while on shore leave, happens upon a crime scene and is shot dead by the policeman, who is also killed by his partner on the spot for misinterpreting his duty. In this first draft, Picard decides not to help the rebels, led by who fights against this system of council member. I'm losing you already. Finally, it turns out the rebels install a similar totalitarian regime when they gain power. In the second draft, the rebel leader is put on trial and executed for treason. Picard muses on this topic of people having their right to decide their own justice without interference. I don't know which one's better. Actually, I'm lost, and I've read this. I copied and pasted it. I read it to you. I had to read it before I read it to you, and I'm still fucking lost. No doubt you are.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
I don't think it's any better than what we watched.
No, I don't think he should be that embarrassed about what actually came out and what he wanted to do.
Right. Fact number 2. Josh Clark is in this episode. Who is Josh Clark, pray tell? He played Joe Carey in Star Trek Voyager. You recently watched Joe Carey in Star Trek Voyager? Do you know who I'm talking about?
You mean Paris?
No, that's can't remember his name now. Drawing a blank.
Yeah. No.
Joe Carey was the engineer on Starfleet on the Starfleet vessel Voyager before B'Elanna took over because the main engineer died, or the chief engineer died, and then he was like a reoccurring episodic sort of character. But in this episode, he plays the security officer because Tasha's on the planet.
Right.
So people have said this is probably Carey, where he was on the Enterprise and then he was in security and he transferred into engineering. That's what they're saying.
Right.
Right, to link it all together into one big, universe, rather than just say it's just a guy playing a different fucking guy.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. I think you've got to be careful when you link things between different TV shows. Just because it's the same guy doesn't mean it's the same character. And I
Yeah.
guess you want to build up more background to certain characters, and I get that, but you don't have to do it with everyone. It just creates small
Yeah.
universe syndrome.
Yeah, people like doing that with like obviously the whole different episodes of different series and stuff like that. They like to have connections.
Star Wars is fucking doing that.
No, Star Wars can just do one.
Right.
Star Wars is like gone on the toilet.
Dave Filoni loves all of that shit. But there we are. Okay, fun fact number 3. This marks the first of 4 times the captain shows a native female woman her home planet from orbit. Listen, I've got this argument. It's done. It's well tried and it's tried and true. You just come into this room, look out the window. Therefore, you're wrong. Or mind blown.
Yeah, he's just that smug.
If I want to change their mind, I bring them to this room. And then what do? Well, make them look out the window. And what are you doing? You don't want to know. Okay, so this happens in season 3. In the episode Who Watches the Watchers. We'll get to that. Lovely. This happens in First Contact, where he shows that black woman, remember? He opens the... Look, there's Earth. Okay, there's your planet. And it also happens in Insurrection. So they do it in First Contact and Insurrection. Holy shit, two movies in a row. I didn't realise. And additionally, this is fact 4. Additionally, pre-warp civilizations are normally off limits. Yet Picard states in the opening that they discovered the planet just now. They say we just found it. This is brand new, never before seen. This is virgin territory
Right.
for Starfleet. Brand new. It's never explained on what basis they are permitted to contact the planet, other than beyond Riker's prime directive. Okay? But in Who Watches the Watchers and in First Contact, they explain that you shouldn't contact people of a primitive mindset. They unequivocally, you're not allowed. Here, they're just...
Yeah.
Fact number 5, the Edo voice actor is unknown. No one knows the voice of God.
Oh wow.
That's-
Well, that makes sense.
That's like, it's listed on Memory Alpha as like, no one knows who
It
did
was
it.
actually God.
The fact number 6 is the Edo exteriors were filmed at the Tillman Water Reclamation Plant in North Los Angeles, and the section with Wesley's fall at the Huntington Library in Pasadena, wherever that is, I don't know. The Tillman plant was used to represent Starfleet Academy and Starfleet headquarters in later Star Trek episodes. So we will see it again and again and again and again. Okay, last fact. Riker tells Worf when in Rome while they are running. And 9 years later, Julian Bashir says the same thing to Worf while on a trip to Risa. When in Rome. So, I don't know if that's planned or not, but we'll have to wait until we get to that episode.
Yeah, maybe it was.
There we are. Okay, I'm kind of done talking about this.
Yeah, I was done. Like, what were we on? I was done like 20 minutes ago.
I've just muted my mic for that.
Yeah.
I need to get into that habit. I notice when I'm editing, I'm coughing in the background while you're talking, and I should be clicking the fucking mute mic button. Well, thanks for sticking around for the last 20 minutes.
Well, we had
but yeah,
facts. There's always interesting facts.
Always.
Even of the worst episodes.
I can't wait till we get to the mid-season review and share our ratings for these episodes. But I know
I can't wait till it starts getting good.
we have to pay attention, and we have to somehow come to our own separate agreements to this and say, this is the moment when it got better. Okay, when do we cross the Rubicon? So think about it. When does it get better? We don't have to think about it in season 1, but somewhere in season 2, you're gonna have to say, this is it. This is it, Arthur Beauty. This is your moment.
Hopefully. I'm waiting. I'm still awaiting.
Okay, I think everyone knows our feelings on this. It's probably the worst episode for me so far. It's not that kind of bad, it's good again. And it doesn't really say anything that we don't already know.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't really give much of anything. It's just a very throwaway episode where not a lot happens. Wesley gets himself into shit as he usually does. And they have to bail him out, and then that's it. and we never see this planet or their god ever again. And that's just okay. No lessons were learned, and nothing was gained.
It's so bad that even Lower Decks hasn't made a reference to it.
The only good thing that came out of this probably was like the fact that maybe they made Riser out of this, so
Yeah,
they made a better version of that.
kind of. I mean, Riser aesthetically looks the same,
Yeah,
except there's more black people on it,
yeah,
right?
and it's like a planet where everyone seems to vacate. They go, oh, I'm going to vacation on Riser or whatever. Every race, every person, whatever, goes to Riser to have a vacation.
Interestingly,
With its,
in
with its
DS9,
artificial atmosphere or whatever.
yeah, in DS9, Riser is a fucking breeding ground for terrorism. It's like, what the fuck? I thought this was a sex planet. Now it's got no fucking chill. A Worf joins the terrorists.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So that's a fucking terrible episode as well. Still on a sex planet. How do you fuck it up consistently? Sex planet.
How do you fuck it up?
Show it.
How are you having arguments? How do you get involved in a terrorist organization? Just go there to have sex. What are you doing?
Right. It's like you don't go to Disneyland and get upset about shit that happens elsewhere, do you? You don't go there and say, you know what, we need to turn down the hierarchy of capitalism. You're in fucking Disneyland. Don't worry about that shit. If you're on a fucking sex planet, just
There's a terrorist
Just
selling
sow your
Disneyland
oats.
somewhere.
huh?
There's a terrorist selling Disneyland somewhere in the corner.
Down with the mouse. Oh man. Although saying that, there was this meme I saw. This woman had a downward capitalism sticker on her Apple laptop. Okay, $2,000 laptop, downward capitalism, and she had a fucking Starbucks, and she had fucking Oakleys for all I know. Oh, for someone who's down with capitalism, you certainly participate, don't you? I guess life is stranger than fiction, eh? You can have terrorists on a fuck planet. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm glad we could have some jokes. I'm glad we can, tune in once a week and just have a laugh together. It makes up for this.
Yeah, we made up for the terribly badly written episode that was this.
You looked down when you said that. Like you're so full of shame.
Yeah. Was full of shit watching this. I was like, what's happened?
Are you full of shame or are you looking at something? It's off
No, I'm
camera.
playing
So
with
you're playing with
My
what?
dongle. Playing with this
Dongle.
dongle thing.
It's a good job this is not an audio podcast, isn't it? Okay, let's wrap it up. Thank you for listening this far. And hey, let us know your thoughts in the chat. And if you are this far, thank you for still listening to us. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that jazz because it helps. So the people say.
It does help. It helps a lot.